Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the time is here. It is officially holiday season and we're flying. Honestly, flying has not been as bad as I anticipated. I thought I was gonna be like literally always working every day in November, but I think I've got at least 4 days of being on reserve and not being called, and 3 of them were weekend days, so that's been really nice. So I am thankful for that. However, let's get into Thanksgiving time. So happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Um, Today is actually Friday, November 26th, Black Friday, which I don't know about you guys, but I was planning to do some shopping, but all of the Black Friday deals are literally trash. Like 20%. What am I going to do with that? I need 50% or better. I could have at least settled for 40%, but 20%, I'll just save my money. Like, obviously, you guys don't want my money because who waits the whole year for 20%? Not me. I don't know. Cyber Monday is coming up, so maybe they have one more chance to redeem themselves. If I'm not impressed by then I guess I'll be saving my money because I'm not spending money for 20%. Anyways, so I'm looking down because I have my schedule for my Thanksgiving schedule that I wanted to share with you all. So, as you know, I'm on Do Not Call. Like, that's permanent. I will probably, not even probably, I will never change it to call first. Ever. Ever. So, I was off on the 22nd and the 23rd. On the 23rd, around when I decided to check my schedule, because I don't really check my schedules on my day off because I'm trying to live my life. But when I decided to check my schedule, it was around 7 p.m. and they put a 4-day trip on my schedule. So my 4-day trip started on the 24th, that Wednesday to that Saturday. I didn't have to report until 4:40 p.m. So I had enough time from the time that I like self-notified, which was like 8 p.m. on the 23rd, until the 24th. Like that was a big enough window to like get myself together and be prepared for work. So that was good. However, just glancing at my schedule, guys, I had let me just run it down to you guys and then we'll go from there. Okay, so Wednesday I had 3 legs and then a overnight in Fort Smith, Arkansas, followed by sitting in Arkansas for a whole day, all of Thanksgiving, in a hotel room in Arkansas, okay? No flying that day, but sit in Arkansas. Followed by the 26th, 4 legs, and then Saturday the 27th, 3 legs, and then I'm done at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. The perks of working PM shift. Like, ugh. Honestly, I would rather work an early morning shift, like 5 a.m., and then get off. However, the only reason why I don't put myself on AM shift is because here's the thing. If you're AM shift and I'm putting myself on Do Not Call first, but if there's not a lot of people on reserve, you will automatically get called first because you're AM shift, if that makes sense. So that's I'm not doing that, okay? Like, I'm just gonna take that L and come in at 9 and work until 10, 11, 12 p.m. because I don't want to mess up my chances of getting called because I don't want to get called. Okay, so my schedule, like just taking a glance at it, I was like, okay, this doesn't look that bad. However, spending a whole day in Fort Smith, excuse me, like send me home. Why would you have me sitting in Arkansas? Out of all states, Arkansas. Why can't I be in California? Or like, I don't know. I would have taken Chicago, like Arkansas. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm not getting Vegas, Palm Springs. I'll even take Tennessee. Like, I'm not getting those. I'm getting Arkansas, Bismarck, South Bend. Like, what? So I'm getting these places, and it's just like so lackluster and not exciting. Since I had the whole day scheduled in Fort Smith, I decided, and it's only a 30-minute flight from Dallas to Fort Smith. I decided to look at the flight loads, and there was like a 5 a.m. flight or a 6 a.m. flight to come back to Dallas on Thanksgiving. So, all right, this is the part where, you don't need to be doing this, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. On this channel, I will be the risk taker and you will be the non-risk taker, okay? Okay, so I went ahead and I took that 6 a.m. flight and I went home and had a great day at home. And then the next day I took the first flight to come back to Fort Smith, and it just so happened that the flight that I was taking was the actual plane that my crew was taking to come back to Dallas. My first leg was going to be to come back to Dallas from Fort Smith, and I was on that plane. So there are a plenty of scenarios that could have happened. However, I felt like because I'm on the actual plane that I'm scheduled to be on at 11 or so, like, if anything goes wrong, it would be with the plane, and it would be on the plane that I'm on. So that means my crew wouldn't be able to leave because the plane that we're using is not working. You get what I'm saying? So I went ahead and took that risk. I don't know if you would call it a risk. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you really think that was a risk, because now that I'm looking back, I don't really think it was, but I had to go home because I did not want to stay in Arkansas. Like, I had boring food packed, of course. All the places were closed because of Thanksgiving, so it's just like, ugh. And Fort Smith is only 30 minutes away, like, flying. So it just made sense. Now, if I was somewhere like, I don't know, if I was in New York, yeah, I'm not gonna try to come home because that's already like a 4-hour flight. Like, that's doing too much. But because it was a 30-minute flight, I was like, okay, let's just take this risk and do it. So I did it. Do I recommend? No, I don't. But, do what you want. You're grown. Anyways, so not only did I do it, but my first officer did it too. So we both had a great day back home versus sitting in the hotel. And then came back. So I had to fly to Fort Smith, right? And then on top of that, I had 4 legs. So that was my first time in life doing 5 legs in one day. And this is actually like the day that I did 5 legs. And let me tell you, I feel like a little bit delirious, okay? Definitely over it. I don't know, it's like being on a plane that long, it's just, I don't know, I feel like I get a little bit lightheaded. I don't know what it is, but like the routine, I don't even think it's more so being in the air. It's like, it's the taking off and landing. Like, I think it's those parts that's really and it was a little bit turbulent too. So all of that, I was like, oh, it's been a long day. Like, it's to the point where I have intentions of doing a YouTube video and X, Y, and Z and working out and like posting on social media, but I don't even feel like looking at my phone when I get off of 3 legs. Like, I'm just like, I'm done. Like, right now, I'm just doing this because like I have a little bit of energy. So I'm like, let me give you guys this content and let me tell you guys how my day has been going. But tomorrow I have 3 legs and then my trip will be done. So I am excited to wrap it up. Yeah. And side note, I don't like Fort Smith. Let me not say that. I do not care for the hotel that we're staying in, because the last time that I stayed here, right? I went into my room and it smelled like bleach. And I mean, like, not even, you know how you smell something and you're like, okay, you smell it right when you walk in and then it's like you get adjusted to the smell. Well, this bleach smell was so strong, and I was in there for like maybe 5 minutes that my head started to hurt. I was like, okay, I can't do this. Like, y'all killed somebody in here, and I'm not gonna sit up in this room because it smells like bleach and it's way too strong. And no, I'm not doing that. So I went back to the front desk and I was like, hey, I need another room because like it smells like bleach. And he was like, did you touch anything? And I'm like, did I touch anything? Like fingerprints? What does that mean? And I'm like, no. Like, I opened the door and I walked around and it smelled like bleach. Like, so that was also sketchy because I'm like, who even asked that question? But anyways, so they gave me another room, and then in that room it was just the layout is very like, how can I explain this? It's very old. Like, it needs to be renovated. Like, really, it really needs to be renovated. It is not modern at all. It's very much like 1970, 80. I don't know. It definitely not 2010. It's definitely not 2010. This is something else. I'm gonna do a room tour so you guys can see what I'm talking about, but definitely not impressed. And we do have a kitchenette. We do have a refrigerator, so I guess can't complain. But you know what? Here's the thing about being in a hotel that I don't really like. I like being at home. Like, I like where I live. So if I'm going to be away from home, like have a home away from home, be in a hotel, it needs to like either be at the same level or better, preferably better than home. Because if it's not, then I'm just gonna be like ready to go. Like, I don't want to be here. I'm ready to go. I want to go home, because that's not giving me the vacation feel. That's not giving me the like nice, oh my God, this feels nice feel. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't like that. I'll show you the hotel. You guys let me know what you think. Maybe I'm being dramatic. It don't matter because I'm not changing my opinion on this place. But the second room that I had from the last time I stayed here had mold in the vents. Yeah. So I had to turn off the air because I didn't want mold blowing around. Even though it was probably already blowing around, I didn't want more blowing around. So I had to turn the AC off. And I was like, I don't like this place. So now I'm here again. And it's still not up to my liking. However, I will say that The my room is mold free and it doesn't smell like bleach, so that's a plus. So here is the footage of the room that I'm staying in. You see how what it's giving? Very much old-fashioned. That's like the nicest thing I can say about this place. Very much so not giving 2021 vibes, but it'll do. This is the pull-out bed, but I'm obviously not gonna sleep on that. I will say that the actual bed was very comfortable. I will give them that, 10 out of 10. And I want you guys to take a look at these lamps. Like, decor is fabulous. Also, they did not have a trash can in this room. In all the rooms I've had here, they haven't had a trash can. So I had to basically create my own trash can. Oh, aside from all that, the gym, super basic. Super basic. Like, no weights. There was like dust on the machines. I was like, okay. I'll show you guys that as well. I'll put in a little clip of the gym so you guys can see. They do have breakfast. I don't even know what it is because I was just so unimpressed with my room and everything else. I was like, I don't care what y'all made. I'm not eating that. Like, I'll just eat the food that I brought. But I guess I'll show you guys the food as well. Maybe. If I make it to that, I don't know. Oh, if you do come here, make sure you ask them about the hotel points because, mind you, been here last time. I have 3 nights here because of my 4-day trip that I have scheduled right now. And today on the last day, the guy is like, hey, do you guys have like rewards here with us? Because we give out points. And I'm like, you do? Like, I always forget to ask, and then they don't even like bring it up. So then I'm just missing out on rewards that can add up to a free hotel stay on my own time. So make sure you guys are asking about those rewards. Matter of fact, like, I'm gonna start putting a timer on my, like, setting an alarm on my phone that says ask for rewards. I'm gonna start doing that so I don't forget. Yeah, and I advise you guys to do the same. So I called in flight, had a little chat with them, and you know, this whole holiday week, of course, family's cooking, friends are doing things, people are inviting me to places, and I'm like, oh, I have to work. And you know, in my mind, the only thing that's keeping me like going is that I'm gonna get time and a half, holiday pay, it's gonna be lit, my check's gonna be nice, yada yada yada. So I'm not gonna call out. That's really what's been motivating me. You know, even though I'm missing spending time with family, I'm like, hey, your check's gonna be nice. So I called in flight and I was like, hey, I just wanted to like touch bases with you all and just like kind of figure out exactly how many hours I'm gonna get paid for time and a half, because technically I'm in Fort Smith for a whole day, but I'm not doing anything. And I was like, you only get 4 hours of work. How can I explain this? Okay, so technically when you just sit in a destination for a whole day, you only get like 4 hours of credit. So I just wanted to know if I was going to get time and a half of 4 hours. So I asked the lady from in-flight support and she's like, y'all, oh my God, let me make sure I'm giving you the right information. She told me that number one, if I work more than 3 months with the company, then I do not get time and a half. I will just get 4 hours and 12 minutes of regular pay added to my check, whether I work the holiday or not, as long as I don't call out the day of, the day before, and the day after. Four hours, not time and a half, just 4 regular hours added to my check. Excuse me? What? That's not... They didn't talk about that in training. They did not talk about that in training. Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. What I wish I would have had was the handbook, the manual, that whole year that I was sitting at home waiting to be called, so I could really know what was gonna be going on, because all this time I was thinking I was gonna have time and a half, guys. No. Now, she did say if you are with the company less than 3 months and you work on a holiday, then you will get time and a half for the hours that you worked. So you would have to work on that day. And that is true, because I do remember, if you guys see my videos back in, like, this was like around Memorial Day, when I was like, back then when I was taking risks and saying that was my last time taking risks, when I was going from Atlanta to Denver, like commuting, and it was like super full. Yeah, that video. Back then in May, I worked Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Day and that whole weekend. And I remember I had like 3 legs on Memorial Day and delays and all that. And I remember my check being like super big. Like, I was like, if this is a mistake, I'm not saying nothing. But I didn't know it was time and a half, and it was time and a half. Now, that was when I was not 3 months with the company. So basically what I'm telling you is that check from May is going to be better than this check in November. That is not exciting. Not exciting, but I'm telling you guys so that you know, and you can be well informed, that when the holidays come, don't expect time and a half if it's been past 3 months. So yeah. And of course, these things are in the rule book. It's not like hidden and they're hiding this information from you. There's just like 3,000 pages of information, and who got time to read that? If you made it this far, make sure you are liking the video and you are subscribed. Honestly, it matters more that you're subscribed, because I would like to go live on videos instead of making videos, editing them, posting them, versus just clicking a button and going live. And I can't do that until I have enough subscribers to, you know, get that YouTube feature unlocked. So I need you to subscribe, like the content, at no charge to you, so that I can give you this free game live instead of you having to wait days and weeks and waiting until I am good and ready to make a video, okay? So yeah, do that. Help me help you, okay? Those are all the tips. I didn't even give any tips. That's all the information that I have for today. Tomorrow I have 3 legs. I checked the weather, and I think it's supposed to be raining, and I don't know, something about the rain in Dallas. Oh, and another thing, I don't know if I ever said this in a video, but Chick-fil-A and E-Gates closes at like 2 o'clock. And then Chick-fil-A in the Seagates closes at 5, and it's just so inconvenient. Actually, the one in E-Gates closes whenever they run out of stuff or whenever they are just understaffed. So basically, they close when they're bored or when they're tired of looking at us. And I'm like, must be nice. Must be nice to just close business when you feel like it. Yeah, so just to let you guys know, because there have been one too many times where I'm walking to Chick-fil-A and it's all locked up, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, it's always something different. Understaffed, out of food. Like, how are you out of food? Out of chicken? What? Yeah. That's all I got for you guys. See you guys in the next video. I wanted to show you guys Fort Smith, Arkansas's award-winning, voted America's best restroom of 2010. They got an award for it. This is the restroom here. This is located in the airport of Fort Smith. I mean, it's a cute little bathroom, right? Could definitely see them winning first place in 2010. I don't know about 2021, but it's cute. And this is the gym of the hotel that I was staying at. Very small and cozy. No weights, just pretty standard. Hey guys, I'm back. So in the last clip, that was, I believe, the beginning of day 4. Yeah, the beginning of day 4. And I still had 3 flights left. And then I had day 5 was my last day of my 5-day bucket, which was on the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So yeah, we need to have a discussion about that, because everything that I said in the beginning of this video, when I was like, oh, it wasn't that bad, no. It got, no. It literally, everything took a 180 on Sunday. But let's work our way up to that. So, what happened? Saturday, I had my 3 legs, and we had our first leg was from Fort Smith back to Dallas, right? Then we had a 3-hour sit. Great. I wasn't really complaining. Like, I don't mind sitting, but 3 hours, like, that's a long time. So we had our 3-hour sit, and then we had our 2 other flights. Of course, after the 3-hour sit, the flight that we're supposed to get on is delayed. So it ended up being delayed for about another hour. So that was 4 hours sitting in the airport. And the thing about having a sit is that it just makes you tired, because it's so much idle time. And then it's like, okay, now you have to get back and work. And we had a flight, I don't remember, we were going to Indiana and back. So that was like a 2-hour flight there and a 2-hour flight back. So it's like sitting in the airport for 4 hours and then another 4 hours of work. Like, I'm exhausted. However, it wasn't bad. I really cannot complain. The passengers were nice. There wasn't any issues. A couple of them were just like, oh my God, thank you for working today. But I'm like, trust me, I did not bid for this. Like, okay, girl. But, you know, of course, I was like, oh, you're welcome, da 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 da. But yeah, so the people were nice. We get there, we come back. It's just always something. So when we get back, there was a plane at our gate. They were having issues, so we had to wait basically about 30 minutes before we could get to the gate. Then when we get to the gate, It took like another 10 minutes to get them to pull the jet bridge out. It was like, it's always when it's time to go, when everyone is good and over it and ready to go, it's always the last day and that last leg, something just has to happen, right? So I was supposed to be released, like be done with my entire shift by, I believe it was 9:20. I didn't get done until about 10:15 or 10:20ish. So there's that. Get home at 10. Mind you, Sunday, I had to, that was my last reserve bucket day. And I was going to, it started at 9 a.m. So I was talking to the pilot and he asked me, did I have to work on Sunday? And I was saying, oh yeah, I have to work, but I'm on reserve. I'm sure they're going to give me a break. I'm sure they won't call me because I had to work the past 4 days and I had to work Thanksgiving. Like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna give me a break, like, you know? Because at this point, when I looked at my schedule, if they were going to put me on Ready Reserve, which is sitting at the airport, they would have put that on my schedule like well in advance, at least the night before, and it was already the night before. So I was like, okay, great, I don't have Ready Reserve, like I'm not gonna get called. And the pilot was like, I don't know, there's gonna be a lot of people flying because they have to get back to their home, you know, because they just want to see their family during Thanksgiving. So I think it's gonna be pretty crazy on Sunday. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I didn't think about that. But in the same breath, like, they have to give me a break. Like, I just worked all these days. I didn't get off until at night. So I'm thinking, you know what? Just stay positive, because they definitely staffed themselves for this whole week because they knew that it was going to be a lot of flying. So I'm like, you know what? No, we're just going to block that little negativity and just stay positive that I will not get called. So I like made plans to go out on Sunday and have a little brunch, you know, relax and just enjoy myself. Of course, no alcohol because you just never know. But I was like, you know what? I can go and, you know, eat a good breakfast. So I didn't get home until 11. Yeah, like 11 o'clock. So I'm exhausted. And the next day, Sunday, my reserve shift started at 9 a.m., right? I knew I was gonna be tired. So I normally wake up early, but I set my alarm to 9 o'clock so that I can turn my phone from do not disturb and my sound to on and my do not disturb to like off, so that in case crew support calls, then I'm able to answer my phone, right? So go to sleep and boom, my alarm wakes me up at 9 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, tap, snooze, whatever, turn off the disturb, turn my phone on. And I go back to sleep because like I'm exhausted. And you know how sometimes you hit the snooze and then like your phone will start a timer and then it'll snooze again in like 8 minutes. I think mine is set to like 8 or 10 minutes or so, right? So as I go back to sleep, my phone goes off. And so I'm thinking it's the alarm. And I'm like, oh, I thought I turned this off. I look at my phone. It's crew support. Crew support called me at 9:05. 9:05. So I answered the phone like, hello? Like, are you like kidding me? And they're just like, yeah. I didn't say, are you kidding me? I was like, you know, hello. And they're like, yeah, we have a trip listed for you. And the show time is 11:50 and it's a local. And so I'm like, okay. And of course, like hang up the phone. I'm just like, I can't believe they gave me a trip and then it's early. Like I just woke up and like I just got home last night and I'm like, are you like, What? So that's just one part of my Sunday. You guys, I go and I look at the trip. Why is it 4 legs? 4 legs. And you know what? There was so much about that trip. Like it's its own, it needs to be its own video at this point because there was so much going on. But let me tell you, what I can tell you is that everything that I said in the beginning about, oh, it wasn't that bad. No, it was what I have never ever experienced in my life. Did not see that coming. And now I know for the rest of my life with flying that it's not about the days before a holiday. It's about that Sunday and Monday after. That is the craziest time, okay? Yeah, I think that maybe that should be like a live video where I talk about what actually happened that day. But I can't go live because you need to have 1,000 subscribers. So I need you to tell a friend to watch my videos and subscribe if you like the content. I don't feel like you should subscribe if you don't even like the content. So that's just me personally. I'm not that thirsty for subscribers, okay? So if you do like the content, like this video, subscribe, and when I get to 1,000 subscribers, that's when I can drop the real tea, because sometimes some things need to be shared one time and one time only, okay? Not up here for years and years and years to come. So yeah, Sunday was crazy. Wow, that was, when I tell y'all like about that trip, you'll be like, oh wow, they didn't tell me this in training. Yeah, I can make a whole segment about what they did not tell me in training, because yeah, they didn't mention anything about this. But that was my 5-day trip, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.